Let me first congratulate the trustees of Swarna Bharat Trust for having opened its Hyderabad chapter. I had visited Nellore a couple of months back, maybe 3 months back, and I was impressed with the kind of work done. I am impressed more so because the trust does not take any grants from the government. This is one aspect which has to be realized by everyone who is sitting in the audience. So it is your purses on which the trust depends. And for which, though I am not trustee, I would thank Andhra Bank, Mr. Krishna Prasad, GMR Group, for doing this wonderful social work and their participation in this action of this Swarna Bharat Trust. Prime Minister has been, right from the day he is elected, I think as the campaign was developing for 2014 election, probably he was developing a roadmap for next 5-10 years of India. Sometimes I wonder the vision, the length and the depth of various matters. As days go by, one after another, he opened up Swachh Bharat, a concept which is not understood by many. If it is really becomes part of each of us, Swachh Bharat, then I think India can attract at least 3 to 4 times the tourists we are already getting. This aspect, when I had become Chief Minister of Goa, I had realized that most of the high-end tourists don't like garbage thrown all around the place. They don't like dirty places. So obviously for your own hygiene and for hygiene of the tourists, Swachh Bharat was very important scheme launched by Prime Minister. It's step by step, it is taking a part of your mind or the mindset of Indians, and I think slowly this will become a mission of Indians. Like Swachh Bharat, there are other schemes which has been taken up by Prime Minister like Make in India, Startup India, Stand Up India, Skill Development. If you see them individually, they have no interconnection unless you realize that they are all for youth of India. The youth of India needs employment. And most of the time I see that there is no shortage of opportunities. There is also no shortage of unemployed youths. Then what is missing? What is the link that is missing? I think the link that is missing is basically those who are unemployed do not have any knowledge or skill to work in the potential vacancies that exist. When we were talking about Make in India in defense, I realized if I have to go for fighter aircraft manufacturing on a larger scale, helicopters manufacturing on larger scales, huge quantum of export in aviation to become a chain in supply of major aerospace industry in India, the biggest challenge was trained manpower. We may have aeronautical engineers, but let me be frank, when I passed out IIT, I knew nothing about engineering. I might have understood all the theory, but the practical knowledge was virtually missing except the 8 weeks or 12 weeks of practical training we had taken. It was not that much. It was just exposing to the self for an industrial environment. What our engineers, when they come out, do they really have the practical knowledge that is required for actual working in an aerospace industry? They don't. So you require a bridging course which will take them for a qualified engineer to a certified engineer. There is a difference between the two. A qualified engineer is one who gets a BTech degree. And a qualified engineer is one, certified engineer is one who can certify that a particular product is as per the international standard procedure, because there is no scope of any error permitted in aerospace industry. It has to be zero error. So what was lacking was a skill linkage, whether it is at aeronautical level or whether it is at using carbon fiber for the fuselage of Apache or Chinook, which is being manufactured at Adilabad, SEZ near Hyderabad. They are starting in this SEZ this fuselage for Chinook helicopters and Apache helicopter as an offset of Boeing order we have placed. Now that all needs high quality trained manpower. So training has also started. But I was surprised because in India the skill set was being passed on by family. Father is to pass on his skills to his son. Traditionally that was the system, but a new education system resulted into son becoming a doctor, forgetting about the skill of his father, and there is someone else who is interested in that skill but there is no training for it. So you have a very funny situation where there are skills requirement but there are no people to train there. I think the trust is doing an excellent job in by imparting these skills along with personality development. That is one of the most important aspects of it. Why I am there? I was quite surprised when all those ladies and girls got up and said Vande Mataram. So I was pleased because that Vande Mataram gives the first sign of feeling about the nation. When something goes wrong, you feel, even in Kashmir, you feel hurt. And something goes right, you feel elated. The country needs this aspect also. Otherwise, you have people talking about bad about the country. In universities, I don't consider that as a real good education. I congratulate the trust for this initiative, and mostly because they do not take any government grant. So they will be doing pure work, and I am very sure they will prosper beyond the three areas. I also I express my happiness and pleasure that I was invited here for this, for which I say thank you very much. Thank you.